Hey everyone, my name is Pritam and watching Tech with Pri. Welcome to my channel and I'm back with another exciting tech video. And this is the 34th video of this series ServiceNow development. So as you know, we have already started our journey on the automated test framework, that is the ATF, right? So in the last video, we have discussed some very important concept. So first, why we need testing in ServiceNow, or as a ServiceNow developer, why you need to know testing, right? Second, we understand what is ATF, right, and why we need it. Also different elements of ATF. And finally, in my PDI, I've shown you how you can create a test case from scratch, and I have also explained you each and every steps in detail. And also I mentioned in the next video, we are going to explore more test cases, right? So yes, that's what we are going to do in today's video. But before going into that, I would request you, if you missed the last video guys, go and watch it out so that you cleared all this concept. That would also help you to understand today's video. Without watching the last video, you won't be able to understand today's video for sure. So in today's video, not only we are just going to build test cases, okay, we are also gonna see how we can do debug testing, okay, if any error comes, how we can handle it, right, how we can add breakpoint, okay, and many more things. So make sure you watch the full video guys to understand each and everything and build the test case with me. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into my PDI and let's see what are the test case we are going to work today. Alright, so I'm in my PDI guys. So the first thing that you can notice here is I am in the application scope TechWithPri. So why I'm in that? First of all, if you are following this series, ServiceNow developer series, so you know here I have built total 10 videos on building custom application. Okay, where I have shown you as a developer how you can build a custom application from scratch. Okay, and that was very important. So we have discussed a lot of different configuration on those videos and practically I've shown you how you can implement that. So if you remember, we have created an application, custom application TechWithPri. So I will also show you that. So let me open Studio. So this is the system application Studio. So we also have a new ServiceNow Studio that has launched in this Sanandu version. So I'm thinking to create a new video on it, maybe in upcoming weeks, so that you understand what are the new things we have. But let's focus on our application today. So that's the TechWithPri application we have created. Okay, different things we have created like tables, forms, events, okay, client script, UI policy, roles, access control, modules, business rules, all this different stuff we have created, right? Now, as I mentioned, today we are going to build more test case, right? So I thought, why not build test case on our own custom application, right? So we have developed this custom application TechWithPri, right? Right now it is, suppose it is there in the dev instance, okay? So after this TechWithPri application goes to the test instance, we want to test it whether the important features of these applications are working fine or not. For example, if a user who is having proper role able to create a device request in this device request table or not. Okay, so before this TechWithPri application goes to the production, I want everything should be checked, and definitely there should not be manual checking. Okay, that's what we are going to do. Now, if you are watching this video just for ATF purpose, so you should not know what are the things we have in this application and all this stuff. So we are not going to go in detail, don't worry. So to solve this test case, I will go with each and everything you need to know about this application. Okay, and I know there are many people who have followed this series and build the application, not maybe TechWithPri, they have built their own application. So if you forget whatever you have built or stuff like that, so this would be a revision for you also, right? So let's quickly understand what we are going to do. So for that, I will open this TechWithPri app Excel file. If you remember, we used this when we were building the user groups, roles, catalog item, all this stuff. Now for user group, you can see we have created three different, first of all, let me show you. We have two tables mainly. One is the AI devices, one is the device request. So if I quickly go to the TechWithPri application menu here, so we have the device request table. This is the device details, which is the AI devices. I have changed the name of the module, and this is the device request. So in the AI device table, we have four records, right? 4 AI devices that is manufactured by TechWithPri company. These are the device category, description, model number, who is owning these devices, what are the prices of it, and the warranty. warranty expiration. Then in the device request table, we have picked up the device name from the AI devices table. So all the information regarding this device is coming below, right? The price, model, all this stuff, right? Now that's what the idea is. Also we had a catalog item, okay, called order device. So if I go back to the studio, you can see we have a catalog item called order AI devices, and with the help of this catalog item, we are able to, user can able to order directly that what are the AI devices they need. So now if I go here, we have three groups: device management, release management, dispatch management, and we have assigned role on that group. And these are the user I have created in my PDI for specific group. And if I go to the ACL and roles, to access device request table, we have four type of ACL, right? For read, we have all these three roles. For create, we have device management role. For write, we have device management and dispatch management. For delete, we have device management again. And same for the AI device table. And also we have a field ACL. So the owned by field is only visible if device management role or the release management role is there. Okay. Now what we are going to do is that we want to check when this TechWithPri application, our TechWithPri application, will be go into the test instance. So there, the check has to be done that a user having this particular role, or if the user is a member of device management, again same role is there. So if a user who is part of device management group able to open this device request table and device request form, create a record successfully, able to see all the mandatory fields. So here also business justification is a mandatory if the quantity is more than 2. Okay, so if I put 3 here, you can see it becomes mandatory. Again, if I put 2, it is not mandatory. So these are UI policies. We were going to test that what that is working fine or not. Okay, and also user is able to submit the record. And finally, user is able to see this device request module in the application navigator. That's the whole test we are going to do. And second test case that we are going to do, that would be based on the catalog item. This order AI devices catalog item is working fine from service portal or not. So if I open it, so if I search for order AI devices, so this is our catalog item. Okay, so we are gonna see if a user successfully able to submit this catalog item without giving an error. So that would be the second test case. Okay, so it's important to understand why we are doing it. Okay, maybe it's just a small application TechWithPri, but you need to know why we are doing this ATF, right? So as I mentioned, this application is ready in the dev environment. We are moving into the test. So we want to check after moving in the test instance whether all the important functionalities are working or not. Now I'm going to show you only 2 use cases, so there could be many use cases, right, to test all different functionalities of TechWithPri application. But for example, I'm gonna show you 2 only. And also, as you can see, my ServiceNow instance is upgraded to Xanadu. If you remember, when I was building this custom application TechWithPri with all of you, probably we were using the Washington version. Okay. Now from Washington, it is upgraded to Xanadu. So I told you in the last video, after upgrade happens, it's important to check all the existing functionalities are working or not, right? So that also we are going to test. So now it's very clear that why we are building this test case now. Okay. Now it's time to implement it. So let's go and implement this. So I will search for the automated test framework. And again, in the last video, I have discussed with you how you can create test steps, what are the different test steps we have available, all this stuff. So we are not discussing it today. So new test case, and the name of the test case is, so what we are checking is that field visibility. So we are checking on ACL and submitting device request. Okay, something like that, and I'll copy it in the description for the time being, but make sure that you are putting a lot more information in the description so that anyone can understand by seeing this test case that what is the purpose of this test case. Okay, so now I'm going to click on save. So first test step would be create a new user, of course. So we are going to create a new user. Let's create a new user. First name, I don't know, let me give something like Jack. Sorry, the form is still loading. All right, Jack, maybe Dawson. Okay. Group. So we are going to add Jack in the group of device management. So device management group is already having this role. So Jack will have this role. So device management. So I'm going to come to the group and I'm going to choose device management. All right, that's it. Submit. So first test step is done. Create impersonate user, first name Jack Dawson, and group device management. So next thing is that we want to open this table, device request table. So come back to here. I'm gonna go to the form, open a new form, and the table would be device request. Okay, submit. Then the next step is that we want to put some value here, right? Because we have to submit this form, and then we will validate all the fields and stuff. So I will just make it here and let's add test step. Set field values. Next. So by default it will show all the mandatory fields which are there in the table. So requester name. So requester name would be the same, Jack Dawson. So I already shown you how you do that in the last video. So user, that's it. Quantity, I want to choose more than 2 so that business justification field comes visible. So 3, it's mandatory. So quantity I'll put 3. Device name would be, I don't know, let's put SD power drone. All right, so I'm gonna click on submit. All right, now we are gonna submit the form. So add test step, form, submit a form. Next, done, submit. Now we are gonna check after Jack has submitted this device request, all the fields are working fine or not. So for that I'm gonna click on add test step, and field state validation we are gonna do first, and we will check as we put the quantity as 3, right? So the business justification field should be mandatory. Let's see, mandatory, all the fields will come up for the table device request. So business justification, perfect. All right, anything more we want to check here? I think it's fine. Submit. Also we can see when we choose the device name that is coming from the AI device table, I've already shown you, then information of this device is also coming here. So the model is this. I want to check this functionality is working fine or not. That means when I put the device name, the details of the devices, you can see price, device description, all these things are coming properly or not. I want to check when the SD power drone is selected, the model is this or not. So as per the test case, we are already choosing here SD power drone. So add test step, very important, field values validation. So before that we did field state validation to check whether a field is mandatory, read only, all those stuff available or not, right? Now field values validation, we want to check that whether a particular value of a field is coming as we are mentioning. So like what we are going to do here, so we know the model field will be this number. So if that works, so when the device name is putting, it is displaying the correct information from the AI device table, right? So that's what we are going to do. Submit. Field values validation is done. Now also one more thing that we are going to check, that in the menu user, I mean Jack, is able to see this device request module or not. So if I search TechWithPri, so this device request module is visible or not. So I'm going to come here, add test step, application navigators. So here we can do 3 different kind of check: application menu visibility, module visibility, navigate to module. I'm going to click on module visibility. Also if you click any of this, you get, you know, a detailed idea of what this is doing actually. Okay, so you can check that also. So module visibility, I'm going to click next, And here what we're going to do, visible modules would be device request. Okay, all right, so let's click on submit. It looks like everything is ready, but one thing that we are missing, that is after submitting the form we have to open the record also, right? So when as Jack all the information will be filled and click on submit, then we're going to open the same record to confirm all this field state validation, field values validations are correct or not, right? So we are missing this step. So what I'm going to do, I need to add it after submitting a form. So it should be execution order 5. How we can do that? Test step again, form, and it should be open an existing record. Now it is inserting after submit a form, then only we are going to open the existing record. It will be insert on the execution order 5, you can see. So the record should be the same record, submit a form, this is the record. Okay, and I'm going to click on submit. Okay, cool, everything seems to be okay. So it's time for run test. So I'm going to click on run test, start a new test runner. So again, everything about test runner I've already discussed in the last video. So I'm going to click on run test, a new browser window will open. This is the runner, and now the most beautiful thing is going to happen. So we are going to see each and every step. So first of all, Jack Dawson has been created. Now this is the form is open, device request as Jack Dawson. We are going to the step 2. All the fields are put up here. Power drone, requester name Jack Dawson, quantity is 3, and now we are submitting it. Okay, submission is done. Now we are going to move to step 4. We are opening the existing record. Okay, great. And then we are checking the validation. You can see validating field states, step number 5. And okay, stop at 5. I think something happened. Okay, we got an error. Great. So what is the error? Go to result. Let's see more about it. Field state validation. In this step we got an error. Expected field description to be mandatory. What is the description? Okay, it is the let's see the test result. So we got field state validation, this step number 6. So if I open the test, what was the step number 6? I think it got error on the business justification, right? So test step 6 was field state validation. So we were checking here that whether business justification was mandatory or not. Yeah, we were checking it was mandatory or not, and we got the error. Now if I go back here, the result, where is the test result? To the result, let's open the result, because we want to see the screenshot. You can see failing step screenshot. So we have a screenshot saved, as I mentioned in the last video, that while you test, ATF captures also the screenshot of every client step. So if I open this, the picture will be downloaded in my system, and I'm going to open it. Wow, this business justification field is read-only for this Jack Dawson user, and read-only field cannot be mandatory, right? Wow, that's a error that we have found in our TechWithPri custom application, right? It should not be the case, but thanks to ATF that we were able to identify this error. Now we are going to solve it. So it's very simple. So we have this device management role. So we will copy the role, and we need to create a ACL. So let the runner run here. So I'll go back to here, and let me just duplicate this tab, because I need to elevate the role to work on ACL. Okay, so I've elevated to security admin here. All right. Now I will go back to the studio, because I'm going to create a new ACL. So business justification field. So if I just quickly see it here, business justification field, if I right click on it, configure dictionary quickly. So this is coming from task table. The name of the field is description. So we have changed the name of the label as business justification. And it requires a particular role. Okay, no problem. So we'll go back to the ServiceNow studio here, and it's time to create a new SEL. Okay, just need to refresh it. All right, create application file, SEL, access control, create. So you're seeing a live troubleshooting of a problem. All right, so the name of the table would be device. Device. What is that? Device request, right? And it would be on the field business justification. Business justification. Okay, and it should be, I'm going to give the right access to this particular field business justification to all the members who have role this device management. Okay, that's it. Save. I think that should be done. Submit, continue. All right, so I will go back to the test case. Where is our test case? So I can open this test case here. I'll open this, I'll close this one, and okay, this is our test runner, and this is the test case. All right, so I'm gonna click on run test again. Already session is running, so I'm gonna click on run test. I will go here, so it automatically pick up. Okay, it's running, all good. This time we can see it's mandatory, and oh shit, we have not put any value here. The following fields are that's an error. So already you have understood what is the error, right? So now how we can debug test, that is something I'm going to show you here. Now the problem that we are having in the test, in the which step we are getting the problem? We are getting the problem in this step, submit a form. Okay, step number 4. What we can do this, we'll come back here in the step 4. Here we are having the problem while submitting the form. We can make it right click and click and choose add or remove breakpoint. So we want to add a breakpoint here. Breakpoint is nothing but a point where the test will stop. Okay, so that you can see what is the problem happening. Especially you should use it when you are doing client side testing, so that you can check it, the result. So we are going to do that now. So you can see this there is a red circle has come up here, and also in the breakpoints tab we have this activated. This is very helpful feature. Now we have only test steps 8, so maybe when you are working for a client the test steps are more. Okay, then breakpoint would help you a lot. So now what we are going to do is that breakpoint is set. Now we are going to click on debug test. Same thing, it will happen. It will run it here, but you will see what happens. Executing test, step 1 of 7. Jack Dawson is done. So same thing will happen. Device request form is loading. So step 2, device name, it's gonna trying to submit it. You can see this pause now, paused at breakpoint. So it is not submitted yet, it is paused in the breakpoint, and you can see here with the help of breakpoint you can see it will continue running after 9 minutes. So it is giving you time to check what is happened. So the problem is this business justification, it is blank, that is why the error is coming, right? So here we have two buttons. The first one is the continue test execution until the next breakpoint. So if you put another breakpoint, it will try to continue till the next breakpoint, or you can execute the next step. You can see we have button as well here, so we can go to the next breakpoint, same button which was there, and the step over, execute the next step. Okay, so in both the way you can test. When I click on execute the next step, you can see we got the error. If we go to result, so you can see state failure, and again we have the error image. So if I download it again just to show you, so you can see business justification is a mandatory field. Okay, so all right, now we know what we need to do. We will come back to the test. So I'll come to the test step. I don't need the breakpoint, so I'm going to remove the breakpoint, and I'll make sure our runner is running perfect. So here what I need to do, set field values. I'll open it, and we need to give some value in the business justification field, right? All right, so I'm going to choose field business justification. and I'm gonna put something like why I'm ordering more than 2 quantity. That's what I need to mention. So as per client requirements. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna update it. Now we will run it. Now everything should be working fine. All right, so now again run test. Okay, run test, and session is already running. Current session you can see. So I'll go back here and let's see. Hope everything's will be fine now. Jack Dawson form is open. Oh, we got some error. What is the error we got? Oh, it got an error in the open a new form. Wow, that's strange. There should not be any problem while opening a form. This step failed because of the client error. I don't know what is that. So if you get this kind of error, and which is actually, it's very strange why we get that. So you can avoid getting this kind of error by simply going into the our test case, and you can see fail on server error. Sometimes we get an error due to some server issue. So fail when there is a server error while running a test. So if you just uncheck it and save it, then this kind of error won't come in general, because opening a form should not get an error, right? So I'm gonna save it now and I'll run test again. Alright, run test. Okay, run test again. Alright, let's see. Impersonated as Jack Dawson. Opening the form. Device request. Let's go. Now step 2, setting field values. So the quantity more than 2, business justification also filled up. So there should not be any problem while submitting the form. Submitting the form, you can see form is submitted. Now we are going to open the same record. That should be step number 5, I guess. You can see opening an existing record. So guys, sometime it takes a few minutes, so don't worry on that. So execution frame is there. Step 4 of 7. Now it's validating whether business justification is mandatory or not, and this time it is mandatory. And finally it should validate the field values, and I think everything is fine. Okay, we got some error. You do not have permission to access this page, but I think that's because it's Jack Dawson. And if we check here, everything perfectly runs. If I click on go to result, you see every steps runs successfully, no error, status success. So yes, so you see guys how important ATF is. We have identified 2 error. First of all, business justification was not feasible at all, so that was a error on ACL side, so we have fixed that. And the second, we missed to put the value on the business justification because it was a mandatory field. So we put the value again, then we run the test and it got passed. All the steps got passed, right? Isn't it interesting? I'm sure you're practicing it in your PDI with your own cases and stuff, right? So quickly we are gonna do the next one. If I come here, so you can see requester name system administrator, it is choosing my company TechWithPri. Choose AI devices. So when I choose any devices and choose quantity based on the price mentioned in the table, it should update it. So it is coming in rupees, in Indian rupees the price is calculating. So if I show you in the AI devices table, the ARG smartware is $385. Okay, and I'm ordering how much quantity? 3. So basically first it is converting $385 to Indian rupees. You can see if I just hover over it, the Indian rupees I can see something 33,257. Okay, so it is multiplying it with 3 and it is giving the result. So that's the logic that we have built in the client script. Again guys, so if you haven't watched the building custom application video, and if you want to explore that, you can go and watch it out. All the videos are there in this playlist. I'm going to put the link of the playlist in the description as well. So we have the total amount here, and this device details is a mandatory field. So again, we are going to create a new user and we are going to impersonate it and try to access this table. We're going to put this field values, and we are going to see everything is working fine or not. So I'm going to go to the let's close everything. All right, so I'm going to click on new to create another test case. The name would be test validate. order AI device, that's a catalog item we are testing. Validate order device, order AI device catalog item. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna save it. Again, you can put description. So I'm gonna click on first step, add test step. That is, this time we are gonna go directly, not on service catalog, but directly service catalog in service portal. That's what we are gonna do. Under service catalog, you know, there could be record producer, catalog item, order guide, all this thing. So we are gonna open catalog item. Next. So you can see portal, service portal, page is sc cat underscore item. That's the catalog item page. And the catalog item what we are going to choose here is the order AI device. So order AI device, that's the one. No query parameters we are putting. Let's click on submit. So we are opening. Okay, first of all, I forgot to create a user. So at test step again, we'll go to create a user. So this time we are gonna create, I don't know, maybe, so the first name can be David and David Lee. Okay, and again I need to put him in the group because if I go to the portal here, so you can see for choosing AI devices you need to access the AI device table in the backend, and for the AI device table, if I go to ACL and roles, so if I add the user in the device management group, so then they would be able to access. So I'm gonna go to groups again, device management. Perfect, cool. So that should be the first execution order. So I'm going to put execution order as 1. So I'm going to click on submit. So you can see first create a user, device management role, then we are opening OpenAI devices catalog item. Then we are going to set the value, right? So at test step. So we already opened the catalog item. Now set variable values. Okay. So click on next. And so what are the values we are going to choose? First of all, the requester should be same, right? So requester name should be, so it should be David Lee. So user fine. Then we are gonna give the AI devices. So let's try to follow this order. So ARG smartware. So choose your AI device. So we're gonna search for ARG smartware. Okay, and quantity should be 3. Choose quantity. Okay, and we have a mandatory fields delivery details, so that we have to put because in the last use case we have seen the error. So delivery details, so you're going to put something and submit. That's fine. So we have set the variables value. So then we are going to validate again the mandatory fields. We are going to validate, and also we are going to validate this amount. So that would be the interesting one. So first of all, I'm going to validate the variables. So validate variable state validation. First of all, I'm going to do the state validation, same like form actually. All it's new is the SP service portal. ServiceNow is really slow today. I'm not sure why. So in the editing part, I'll just cut this slow things. You can see it's still loading. So finally after 30 seconds, I got this thing. So so we are gonna see mandatory should be delivery details mandatory. Choose quantity was mandatory, right? And what are the other fields was mandatory? I think it is the delivery details. Choose your AI device. This 3 fields should be mandatory. Okay, it will check. That's fine. Submit. Okay, then we are gonna validate this thing, that this amount. So we're gonna check if the amount is coming. It's 99,000. So something, so price of rupees based on dollar will change every day. So it's better to give a number more than 95,000. So always the amount should be more than 95,000. So let's see, set validate variables value. Yeah, this one. So here we are gonna choose the, what was that, total amount should be it should be greater than, it should be greater than or is 95,000. Okay, so it's coming as 99,000 something. So also we can make it more than 98,000 something, it's fine. So click on submit. It's almost ready, all the validation. Okay, that's it. We don't want to submit because after submit in the backend the record will be created. Okay, so we don't want to do that. For the testing, we want to see all the portal stuff is working fine. Also, if I just to show you, if I click on add test step, there are other things you can do as well, as like review item in the order guide, add item to the shopping cart, all this thing we can do, submit it, right? Also, if you're testing with a record producer, you can test it like that. Okay, also with the order guide. So these are the things you can practice in your PDI. So I'm gonna go back. I'm kind of okay. So let's run it. Okay, so I'm gonna click on run test, start a new test runner. Okay, waiting for test to run. Let's see. So it should be creating a new user, David Lee. It's created. Step 1 is done. Now it's opening the catalog item so we can see it. Order AI devices. This is the catalog item. ServiceNow is really slow today. I'm not sure why this is happening. Great. See what I'm getting now. Come on. Now there's one thing, guys. As you can see, I'm currently executing as David Lee. Now if I reload this page, I will get a security error. Okay, why? Because you know the rollback only happens everything is completed, the testing is completed. Because right now I'm in David Lou, so if I open ServiceNow instance right now, it will show as a David Lou only. Okay, so I'm gonna keep waiting. Oh my god, I'm not sure why this is happening. It's really slow. It's unable to open the load the form. If I go back here, oh, it's still in this screen. So let's see if I just click on, can I click on cancel? Oh, I cannot click anything. God, the page got stuck. Oh, thank God, it's loaded now finally. Requester name David Lou. Thank God. Please process first now. Setting field values. So we are gonna choose here the fields. Oh God, it got some error. Let's see. We should have unchecked the failed on server error. I think we have definitely. Okay, field requester name is not editable. But did I ask to give any requester name? Create a user and update the field requester name to value. Okay. Requester name is not editable. That's right. That's right. That's my bad. So I'll open the test case again. If you can see, requester name field is the read only for all the user, right? So that's a valid point. So I need to set the value. Requester name cannot be editable. And requester name would auto load it, right? Whoever is current logged in user. So I don't need to worry on that. So I'm gonna remove requester name. Okay, so I'm gonna click on update this time. I hope everything should be fine this time, guys. So let's see the speed of it. Still unable to load. Okay, so run test. Okay, current session is already running, so run and go back here. Come on. Now this time I'm expecting some good speed. David Lee, perfect. Catalog item. Come on, open the catalog item. Come on. Oh God, what's happening with ServiceNow today? Thank God. Okay, David Lee is updated. Okay, updated. All the fields. Delivery details. Now, perfect. Run complete. So, all looks okay, right? We'll go to result. And yes, all success. So guys, you have seen two different test cases that I've shown you. One with the ACL, second to validating the catalog item. Again, all these things I've shown you inside of a custom application, TechWithPri, and we tested our application. That's also a real-time scenario, right? I hope now you got more confident on building test cases. Now there would be one more video on ATF, guys, where I will discuss about test suits, how you can create test suits, how you can schedule test suits, all this important stuff. Okay. If you find this video helpful, hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section if you have any query. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and families so that it can reach out to many people. See you in my next video. Bye bye. Take care.